Myself, Shilpa Ajit Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, Bangalore, India. And my co-authors for the paper are James Satish Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, Bangalore, India. And Dr. Sharachandra Bharadwaj, Medical Director, Adarva Eye Hospital, Bangalore, Karnataka, India. Today, I'm going to do the presentation on the paper titled Efficient Diabetic Retinopathy Detection Using Deep Learning Approaches and Raspberry Pi 4. The content of the presentation is as follows. It starts with introduction, review of literature, methods, proposed algorithm and architecture of the CNN model, results and discussion, conclusion and future work, and references. Introduction. Diabetic retinopathy or DR is caused by high blood sugar due to diabetics. Over time, having too much sugar in your blood can damage the retina. Poorly controlled blood sugar is a risk factor. Early symptoms include floaters, blurriness, dark areas of vision, and difficulty perceiving colors, and finally leading to blindness. Mild cases may be treated with careful diabetics management. Advanced cases may require laser treatment or surgery. Here is an analysis of diabetics in India done from 2019 to 2045 for age group of 20 to 79 years. In 2019, according to the survey, 77 million people were affected with diabetics, which may rise to 100.95 million in 2030 and again 134.23 million in 2045. Overview of DR. Diabetic retinopathy is a leading cause of vision impairment and irreversible blindness in middle-aged and elderly people and is expected to rise to 134.23 million by 2045. Vision impairment due to DR can be significantly reduced if it is diagnosed in the early stages. Vision loss can be prevented in 50% of patients if DR is diagnosed and treated in time. So this represents the 5 stages of DR and their features. The DR severity level starts from no DR where no lesions are there, mild NPDR where microaneurysms, retinal hemorrhages and exudates are there. And in moderate NPDR, you'll have retinal hemorrhages in first to 3 quadrants. Severe NPDR, you will have retinal hemorrhage seen in all the 4 quadrants. Early PDR is the presence of vitreous or pre-retinal hemorrhages. And again, the severe PDR will have vitreous hemorrhage and retroid hemorrhage, and also it leads to the retinal detachment in the final case and vision loss. So here is a detailed description of the retinal images regarding the 5 stages of DR and their features. The no DR, as mentioned earlier, has no diabetic retinopathy found. In non-proliferative diabetic retinopathy or NPDR, it is classified again into 4 categories: mild NPDR, moderate NPDR, severe NPDR, and proliferative diabetic retinopathy or PDR. Mild NPDR. The first stage of the diabetic retinopathy stages is characterized by balloon-like swelling in certain areas of the blood vessels in the retina, and it is called as microaneurysms. Moderate NPDR is the next stage, which will cause damage to some of the blood vessels in the retina, resulting in leakage of blood and fluid into the retinal tissue. This fluid can cause a loss of vision. Again, the third category, where the severe NPDR is continued inadequate control of diabetics, it may be causing more blood vessels damage and blocked with even more leakage of blood vessels, and also the fluid in the retina, which will impact on the vision. Finally, you'll have the proliferative diabetic retinopathy, the most severe stage of diabetic retinopathy, which has extensive damage to the eye's blood vessels and worsening circulation inside the eye. So at this point, the disease has advanced significantly and you have to contact a retina specialist. Otherwise, it will be threatening to the one's vision. Computer-based analysis in retinal images. In retinal imaging, computer-based analysis has become an effective method for identifying, diagnosing, and tracking a variety of eye disorders and systematic problems. Retinal image analysis is now much more accurate and efficient because of the combinations of deep learning, machine learning, and modern image processing techniques. Computer-based studies have developed algorithms for the automatic analysis of the fundus images. diagnosis is more objective and easier to access by people in remote communities. Many computer-aided detection techniques are developed for developing retinal lesions. This has been a challenging task as the different lessons may exhibit diverse properties in shapes, color, texture, and other parameters which is considered in the literature survey. So this is a detailed review literature which has been done. So the first paper, it is a prospective study on diabetic retinopathy detection based on modified convolution neural network using fundus images. And this is a real-time data set, but the only limitation is that they have done only a DR positive and negative. The second case is automatic diagnosis of retinopathy of prematurity from retinal images of preterm infants using hybrid deep learning techniques. So here they have considered real-time data set from Tamil Nadu, India. And this also could only predict the presence of ROP in the fundus images of infants, and a clear idea of the stages has not been considered. Again, you have data based upon public data set. So here also you have done a 5-stage, but again, in no time real data set was not being considered. So considering all these review of literature, the review outcomes are as such. So the DR in hospitals, it is detected with the help of approaches like fluorescence angiogram, scanning laser ophthalmoscope, fundus photography, and optical coherence tomography. And also, based upon a review of literature, many papers have been done for the automatic detection of DR, which is based upon pattern recognition techniques, deep learning, mathematical morphology, the traditional image processing pipeline, and also based upon the model-based approaches. In this paper, we have done the project based upon the color fundus photography. So the approach for DR detection is used based upon the color fundus retinal photography. This technique uses a fundus camera, which will record the color images of the condition of the interior surface of the eye in order to document the presence of disorders and monitor their changes over time. A fundus camera or retinal camera is a specialized low-power microscope with an attached camera designed to photograph the interior surface of the eye, including the retina, retinal vasculature, optical disc, macula, and the posterior pole, that is a fundus. The retina is imaged to document conditions such as diabetic retinopathy, age-related macular degeneration, macular edema, and retinal detachment. So this is the process in which the color imaging with fundus camera is done. And the second figure, the fundus photography of DR, highlighting the lessons of microaneurysms, hemorrhages, and dark exudates can be seen. Deep learning methods. The impressive research studies inspire numerous studies to apply AI in ophthalmology. Advanced AI algorithms, together with multiple accessible data sets such as Direct B0, Direct B1, Mesido, Drive, STAR, and Kaggle's dataset can make breakthroughs on various ophthalmological issues. CNN-based methods do not require handcrafted feature extraction, but it is necessary to identify the suitable architectures and optimal parameters. Now, I'll discuss the challenges with the existing approaches. So based upon all the literature reviews done, the major challenges were irregular shape and size of the exudates, noise, uneven illumination and contrast variation in fundus images, variability in shape, size, and intensity of images, poor sensitivity, and that leads to misclassification, identification of exudates, hemorrhages, and microaneurysms simultaneously, and overall time requirement is high that has to be improved. And in the early stages, it's difficult to differentiate between hemorrhages and microaneurysms due to overlapping. The publicly available retinal image datasets are Drive, STAR, Mesido, Kaggle, Auriga, and EOFTA. So in this study, we have considered the Mesido data set consisting of 1,200 images and Kaggle of 80,000 images in this study. Objective of the proposed work is to develop a convolutional neural network-based model, which is using a dense net architecture for the analysis of fundus images to automatically and simultaneously detect the different stages of diabetic retinopathy. So we'll be able to simultaneously identify the different stages of diabetic retinopathy for the automatic detection of DR. And also the performance measures with respect to accuracy, recall, and FN score can be done. And finally, it can be integrated with the Raspberry Pi 4 to indicate the stages. Next, we have the data sets and data preparation. So this is done to simultaneously identify the three pathological signs of the automatic detection. So the implementation is using public dataset, Mesidor and Kaggle. So they both contain images of the retina that has been annotated with labels indicating the presence or absence of different stages of diabetic retinopathy. We have used the contrast limited adaptive histogram equalization or CLAG algorithm, which was implemented for the initial pre-processing. It works by stretching the contrast of the image so that the darkest and the lightest pixels are brought closer to the maximum and minimum possible values, respectively. CLAG works by dividing the image into small regions, which is called as tiles, and then we'll be applying a histogram equalization to each tile separately. This procedure will help to preserve the local contrast within each tile while still enhancing the overall contrast of the image. In the pre-processing step, we have considered two datasets, that is Mesidor and Kaggle. Mesidor dataset was resized to 880 cross 850 pixels, and the Mesidor 2 dataset was scaled down to 674 cross 680 pixels. And Kaggle dataset has a resolution of 1024 cross 1024 pixels. Image cropping aims to improve model accuracy and efficiency in order to decrease the background noise, remove unnecessary sections, and it helps in facilitating the model concentrating on crucial features. This step frequently results in improved model performance and decreases the rate of false positives or false negatives. Now, in the next session, we'll see a flow of the DR detection and feature extraction process using the Kaggle and Mesidor datasets. The process starts with the retinal images extraction from the Kaggle and the Mesidor database, which is followed by a data pre-processing. Classification of DR images using DenseNet is done for the feature extraction. And afterwards, a prediction of the DR stages based upon the 5 stages, starting from no DR to PDR, has been done. And finally, the performance analysis based upon accuracy, precision, and F1 score is done. So results of the CLAG algorithm is shown. So here what happens is that the image is being divided into the red, green, and blue images using the CLAG technique. And since the green channel was outperforming from the other two, red and also the blue, we have decided to apply CLAG on the featured images of the green, so that's to again improve their quality. The pre-processing images followed the implementation of the CLAG algorithm, which is given as represented in the diagram. The proposed algorithm and architecture for the CNN model is based upon DenseNet architecture. So this particular DenseNet architecture is a variant of the DenseNet convolution neural network, and this is designed to enhance information flow and reduce the number of parameters by reusing the features. DenseNet is a relatively compact version with balanced computational efficiency and performance. It has the blocks, which is the dense blocks, and you have a DenseNet connectivity. So in DenseNet, each layer is connected to every other layer in a feed-forward manner. That means that the input to each layer includes output of the previous layer. Instead of recomputing the features at every layer, DenseNet encourages feature reuse, which reduces the number of parameters and computational cost. You also have pooling layers, and finally, it will be connected to a fully connected layer from where you will be getting the output layers, and based upon the probability of what is done, you will be getting the 5 classifications. The classification layers is based upon the global average pooling, which reduces the spatial dimensions. And also, it maps the resulting features to the number of classes. In our case, it is the 5 stages of DR. The softmax activation function is used to output the class probabilities of the 5 stages. The analysis of the performance measures, which is done, is used based upon the parameters of sensitivity or recall, specificity, precision, accuracy, the false positive fraction, false negative fraction, receiver operating characteristics ROC, intersection over union IOE, and F score. So these are the equations which can be used to measure the corresponding performance measures. Results from public dataset using the DenseNet architecture. The first diagram shows the categorical entropy loss. The second one is accuracy. And the third graph is a precision for DenseNet architecture. confusion matrix for DenseNet architecture is depicted, and also the performance measures with respect to recall, F1 score, and also the value for the precision has been given. The final stage of the implementation is using Raspberry Pi 4, where you have a hardware implementation. So in this Raspberry Pi 4, we'll be developing it in order to get a hardware implementation. So controlling LEDs to indicate diabetic retinopathy stages is made possible with the integration of this particular Raspberry Pi 4. As part of this integration, the classification system is connected to the Raspberry Pi 4, which can receive information from the system and turn on LEDs to indicate the different levels based upon the DR severity level. The first step is to set the Raspberry Pi 4 ready with all the necessary software and libraries. Configuring the Pi for development and installing an operating system such as Raspbian are part of this process. Since the Raspberry Pi has GPIO pins that will really connect to the LEDs, it's necessary to install libraries and allow for control of these pins. So based upon the users can control the status of each diabetic retinopathy stages, and he can come to know to which stage it will be in which session. The conclusion and future work in this research, a deep learning model was trained using DenseNet for automated classification of DR images for different stages of DR categories. The DL methods exhibit significant potential in diagnosing and detecting early stage DR compared to traditional methods. DL performance improves as the volume of available dataset increases, offering substantial opportunities for physicians to analyze, screen, and draw insights from retinal image datasets. While DL techniques have made notable progress in DR classifications, there is room for enhancing performance metrics still. This can be achieved by incorporating real-time clinical dataset and integrating hardware modules with DL techniques. In the conclusion and future scope, we can improve the diabetic retinopathy classification model with cutting-edge approaches and deep learning approaches, which can be the ongoing research. And also this particular research can be extended to real-time data set, and also it can be extended to other lessons of retina like glaucoma, macular edema, and other retinal-related disorders. These are the references which is considered for this paper. Thank you.